Hey, it's Dr. Fred. Hey, would you guys agree that we have a healthcare problem? This country has a big healthcare problem. You know, I was just on Google, and, they looked at the health of nations, the top 11 industrialized nations. That's like France, Germany, Switzerland, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, all these 11 countries. And no matter how many countries they look at, America's always the worst. We're always the sickest. Yet, what did we learn in the past few years? Man, if you don't have your health, your life sucks. You know, there's a mantra. It says, a person with their health, says a man, a person with their health has 1,000 dreams. A person without their health has one dream. And didn't we learn that in the last few years? So I was in the gym the other day because how does our body really work? You know, what is healing and what is health? And the truth is, when you look at this title, energy is healing. And that's it. Health is energy. We are electromagnetic, energetic beings. We are energy beings. We live in a universe that's electromagnetic. Our body emits electromagnetic life force. And that electromagnetic force has to bathe this physical mass to keep it healthy. So when we look at what's happening, the healthcare system is crashing. People are getting smarter. They don't want needles anymore, right? You got scared. Some people ran out and got a shot, and look what happened. The cover-up's been amazing, and look, hey, we have the best crisis care system in the world. You're in the best situation in the United States to save your life. If you're in a life-threatening situation, we have the worst health care. It's not about health. But what has health always been about? It's been about energy healing. And this is going to be the new health care, because guess what? This old world is crashing. The universe and this planet is raising its consciousness. And as we raise the consciousness, we're moving into a new world. And guess what? You're a spirit that came into this human body at this time in history. How many people besides me find that fascinating? So let's look at Psalm 139:16. I'm going to paraphrase. You knew my days before they were formed. So imagine, this can be a belief system. You're sitting there in the spirit world, fifth dimension, watching what you're going to go through, watching a movie trailer and go, yeah, coach, put me in. I want to go in there. I want to do that. And guess what? Your personality would not choose what your soul chose. What's that mean? Why would I want to go into this body and be raised with an alcoholic father to beat the shit out of me? Why would I want to be raped? Why would I want to go through sex abuse? Why would I want to be short? No, I'm just kidding. Why would we go through all these challenges? Why would we get these diseases? Why would all this happen? Because your personality wouldn't choose what your soul chose. But you did choose to be in this time in history when the consciousness of the planet and the universe is rising, when we get to create a new world. Now, I was raised Catholic, so let's look at our Lord's Prayer, because, hey, first of all, being raised Catholic, how I got good at CrossFit, stand up, kneel down, sit, kneel, stand, sit, right? And so, but what's that prayer they used to say so redundantly? Let our Father who art in heaven, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You're here because our sole purpose, S-O-L-E and S-O-U-L, is to bring heaven to earth. We can do that. Heaven is all around us. But raising our consciousness to a higher level as the universe progresses and advances also involves how are we going to take care of ourselves. Because if everything is energy and healing is based on energy, then we got to take care of our energy systems. Now, let's look at all natural healing. Well, first of all, you have the spine and nervous system, chiropractic. Brain sends energy down the spinal cord. Spinal cord is an electromagnetic life force energy, electromagnetic field about it. It is electrical energy bathing our organs and bathing all the cells with life force energy. Look at acupuncture. There's 12 meridians, like 12 rivers through there. Let's look at chakras. Go to India, right? Chakras, 7 energy channels. By the way, those 7 energy channels are related to the spine. That's Kundalini, right? Drawing energy from the earth. So when we look at the root chakra, that's our earth grounding, up through our sacrum, solar plexus, into our heart, the magnetic frequency that we emit. Our brain is electrical energy. Our heart is magnetic energy. We have electromagnetic frequency. Man, when we radiate love, that's one of the most powerful manifesting emotions. And then our throat, and then we go into our crown chakra, right? Crown chakra is opening to divinity. And what do? Energy moves through us, from our brain, down our spinal cord, and that is bringing heaven to earth, because those energy chakras can also be controlled by our spinal structure. So we can do the chakra meditations, you can do all that, you can go to acupuncture, and that's awesome. And then we have emotions. We are emotional beings. Our level of consciousness determines how we vibrate. The vibrational frequency of matter, because we learn from quantum physics, we're more space than we are matter, because you have the nucleus and then you got a bunch of electrons flying around it, and really that atom is more space than it is material. And so I had a wife, my second wife passed away. She had a brutal, abusive childhood. Father never told her he loved her, had this huge emotional issues, self-esteem issues. I mean, she was a great woman, the life of the party, but underneath, she was harboring all this anger and pain, and she died of cancer. She also had a really messed up spine. And here I am, a chiropractor, and she didn't fix it. She died with cancer because her spinal cord was compromised, and she was harboring all these emotions. And so here you go. This is who we are. There's energy healing. And so here's the thing, you can clear anger and you can clear all that stuff, and that's all great. But if you don't have a healthy spinal structure and you put direct pressure on your spinal cord, you're still not getting that energy through there. Acupuncture is amazing, right? Reiki is amazing. I've used those. Clearing your emotional body is amazing. Raising your consciousness is amazing. Getting above your past pain, getting into divine consciousness, getting into unconditional love and joy where disease does not exist. Disease does not exist at a higher energy level. And so when we're looking at all these energy systems, it really comes down, there's one foundation: spinal structure. Because the nervous system has to move energy. You can clear of anger, but if you're not getting energy through the spinal cord, you're still going to have problems. You know how I know? Because I had people with diseases, I didn't do any emotional clearing on them, and I had cancers heal. I had people in wheelchairs with multiple sclerosis come out of their wheelchairs. And you chiropractors know this. People that leave their walkers, they don't need their cane anymore. I had people with blind eyes where their eye, if they were blind in one eye, their vision would come back. People that were deaf, that their hearing would come back. People with long-term blood pressure problems, then all of a sudden their blood pressure's gone. Women that couldn't get pregnant, that went through in vitro, $50,000 at a time. This is my third time. And I fix their spine and they get pregnant, go to full term, and start a family. Energy is miraculous. It is how your body works. It is health. And that is energy healing is the new health care system. How did we get into chemistry? Well, let's go back a little bit in history, man. Rockefellers, who dominated, monopolized the oil industry, got busted by the Supreme Court. Hey, you can't have a monopoly on everything. And so what did they do? They went into pharmacology and started petroleum-based drugs, which is why we have it today. And then there were so many lawsuits from the people that died and got sick and had problems that now they had to go to the government and get indemnity. Did you know that? 1986. That's why if you got the C-Ovid, shot, you can't sue anybody. Why? Because it's dangerous. That's not healthcare. So if you want to heal, you heal with energy. You raise your consciousness. You open up your spine, first of all. You make sure that nervous system is working right. In chiropractors, we have the opportunity now to be the tip of the spear. Because acupuncture is great. Reiki is great. Clearing your chakras and filling your body with energy is great. Raising your consciousness is great. Yet there is one foundation. Spine and nervous system is the foundation of energy in your life. So here's what we do. This is our time. Do you want to build a practice, or do you want to create a legacy that lasts generations? Do we need to get this message out now? Because we're not here to fix people's spines, get them out of pain. We're here because this is one of the greatest healthcare systems, lifestyles, because this is a lifestyle. Why do 8 out of Americans have back pain? Because nobody told them they're supposed to take care of their spine and nervous system. Now, when we get a back pain patient that has spinal injury, we can do a consultation. What do you see all the time? Multiple health problems. Allergies, sinus problems, asthma, stomach aches, all these other things. And yet there's people with disease that don't have back pain. But yet we turn on that energy, we fix the spine, we get energy moving, and we watch people heal. And then guess what? They go back to their MDs. Look, doc, I've had blood pressure problem for 20 years. Everybody doing blood. I went to a chiropractor. Here's my blood pressure. I don't have it anymore. I don't need these drugs. My asthma's gone. I don't need that inhaler anymore. Well, you must have had a spontaneous healing. Yeah, from fixing my spine. That's exactly what it was. Spontaneous because it happened that fast. So let's take a look at, you don't have to be a chiropractor on here, but we have the opportunity. You came here as a spiritual being in the physical body here at this time because we are here to raise our consciousness, bring heaven to earth, express that. Isn't that why Jesus came? To show us divinity walking in humanity, to bring heaven to earth. And he didn't come to show us who he is. He came to show us who we are. Otherwise he wouldn't have said, if you believe in me, which I believe also interprets, if you believe like me, then you can do all these things and greater. I mean, did he say that? You can do all these things. You can do what I do and even more if you believe like me, if you bring heaven to earth in your consciousness, if you come here with your sole purpose and you know what it is and you fulfill it, if you love unconditionally and divinely. Right? What was the message? 2 greatest commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, then love your neighbors as yourself. Well, the funny thing is, if we love our neighbors as ourselves, and then later he says, okay, you know what, forget about those, because then he probably saw, you guys don't know how to love yourself. So then what's he do later in the Bible? He says, love other people as I have loved you. And I'm paraphrasing, like, okay, you guys didn't get it, because you don't love yourself, but look at what it is. Love God. Because when you love God, Genesis 1:27, you're created in the likeness and image. Male and female, by the way, too. Male and female. You're created in the likeness and image. That's the Spirit of God. We are divine beings. We come from a higher consciousness dimension. Why isn't disease if we want to call it heaven? In the spirit world, why is there no disease? Because the energy is so much higher. The vibrational frequency is so much higher. We come into this physical plane, in this third dimension, in this physical matter plane, and then we become susceptible. What's that mean? Hey, look at bacteria and viruses. They have a function in nature. Hey, you guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Love you guys. And they have a function in nature, bacteria and viruses. They eat dead tissue. So if you put a slab of meat out on your patio midsummer day, how long before flies are on it? A couple hours. Flies carry eggs to maggots. So in a day or two, you have maggots. Why? They have a function in nature. That's like bacteria and viruses. So when you get sick, it's not because you got a bacteria or virus. They don't want to mess with you when you're at a high energy. When your body is healthy, there's nothing for them to eat. They don't mess with you. Viruses are genetic material encapsulated that lay dormant until you are a susceptible host. That's it. Until you shut your energy down, then your meat starts to rot, and now there's bacteria and viruses, and those are the people that get sick. Why is it mostly the older people die with colds and flus? Because their body's weak. But when you take x-rays of the spines of these people, you see massive degeneration. You see distorted curves. That's why they're bent over, their knees are degenerated, their spines degenerated, their nervous system degenerated, because a medical study in Lancet, high-level medical journal, shows the nervous system and the immune system are so connected, they are like the same system. Your immune system gains strength from your nervous system. So, I talked to hundreds of doctors all through 2020, 2022, and guess what? Their patients didn't get sick. And even the patients got vaccinated. Even the patients got vaccinated didn't have the reactions. Not one out of tens of thousands of patients of all the doctors that I talked to, not one person died from the COVID vaccination. Yet family members did, and friends did. Why? Because God gives us that consciousness and life force energy in our nervous system that can adapt to even things that are so screwed up. Man, the power of your body's ability to heal when you give it the right energy. So let's not go to medicine for the average cold or flu. Why? Because they're going to put you on antibiotics. So what's first leading cause of death? Heart attacks. Second leading cause of death, cancer. But when you take those antibiotics, what do they don't tell you? Well, it will kill the infection, but it will weaken your immune system. So what does it do? There's studies, I can't cite the reference off the top of my head, but people with chronic antibiotic use tend to have more cancer later on in life. Well, why are all these people getting cancer? From the insult of medicine. We have the highest recommendation on childhood vaccination than almost any other country. 88, it's either 84 or 88 shots into a kid with an immature immune system by the time they're 18. Didn't God already make us with an immune system that knows how to work? And that comes from our nervous system. And so now they seed their body for disease. So what we have to do is go, you know what? I think God made us perfect. I think I'm created in likeness and image. I know I'm an electromagnetic energy force. I know, yes, I need to clear my emotions. Yeah, I need to get over my shit because it's causing a lot of the problems besides health problems, right? But I need to make sure I have a strong spinal structure. I need to make sure the brain and spinal cord is sending 100% energy out into my body. And then when I clear myself, and then when I charge my chakras, and then when I go to an acupuncturist, and then when I make sure my body is 100% energy, I'm raising my consciousness, I'm bringing heaven to earth, I represent that, and this is you talking to yourself, that I'm going to understand my divinity, I'm going to understand that Christ gave us the example of who we really are in the inside, who we're created to be, and yes, if you want to live a life like Him, you can get there too, but what do you have to do? First of all, surrender to the bigger plan. Second of all, take care of this physical body. Take care of your spinal structure. Go to a chiropractor. I adjust myself. You know, there's things that I do every day to make sure my spine stays strong. I start my day with that, and I end my day with that, because stress is going to break you down, and that is not an option. You have a purpose that's bigger than who you think you are. We are called to bring heaven to earth, and let's create, and let's move toward a new world that we're here to create, and a new healthcare system. And the new healthcare system is energy healing. Hey, find a great chiropractor. You can go to idealspine.com, look under the doctor's directory. That is a technique, chiropractic biophysics, where they can actually restore the normal structure. I just turned 63, and in my mid-30s, I had 2 degenerative discs and nerve problems down my left leg and both arms and all 4 extremities. I had nerve problems from disc problems from being an adrenaline junkie, screwing up my spine, and at 63, I'm healthier now than I was 30 years ago. You can be like that too. It's the most powerful anti-aging system. Energy is the most powerful anti-aging system ever. Smokes Botox, right? Here's the thing. It works way better than anything else. Raise our consciousness, illuminate, and you're going to look younger than ever, but have a great spinal structure, have a strong nervous system, and you're not going to have to worry about whatever virus the government creates, because it ain't coming on you. That is for sure. All right, love you guys. I hope you got something out of this. We get to create a new world. It's our opportunity. It's why we're here in this time. So let's bring heaven to earth right now. Thanks, you guys. Love you.